Hey, what's up? It's Jaja, and I'm here to do a quick energy read. Okay, I'm gonna clear these cards quickly. Thank you, Heavenly Divine Creator and Source, for allowing me to be a conduit of love, light, and change. Thank you for allowing me to be a servant to your name, a servant to your will, a servant to your energy, a servant, communion, a servant with the Holy Spirit, the higher mind, the heart. I do need water. Cleansing, clearing, cleansing, clearing, cleansing, clearing. Cleansing, clearing, cleansing, balancing. If I was savvy, I would like clip out these moments. All right, please, Heavenly Divine Creator and Source, allow me to tap into, receive your guidance, your messages, your love. Now let's start with an Earth Magic Oracle. What do we need to know? Like, what kind of energy are we in right now? What kind of energy is flowing? What do we need to know at this time? How can we tap into Mother Nature, Mother Earth, life frequency, love frequency, nurturing frequency? Stillness. It's the opposite of flow. Full moon, completion. So we've recently come off of a full moon. Stillness. Completion. Harmony and volatility. Music and volcano. So immediately it's an act of self-soothing, essentially. Wind activation and ancestors. Okay. Activation. There's an activation. This looks like very sacral and throat chakra. The sacral is orange. The throat chakra being blue. Wind, an air element, and a fire element. Air and fire, which creates further volatility, right? Because fire is fueled with oxygen. Fire is passion, desire, anger. It also rules sports and athleticism. although that's a lot of earth grounding energy involved, so it's like more fire and earth. So the air and the fire stoking the flame. Now the volatility and the stillness are on opposite ends, but I like how underneath we see a rainbow and we see some, the same colors in this energy here. So I do like the blessings, but that's like beneath the surface or behind the surface, or basically like a long-term possibility. But we have activation, stillness. So at first we're coming from a place of stillness, or we're needing to balance ourselves between taking a step back, taking a seat back, recognizing when too much is too much, understanding when a situation is at its completion, or recognizing when there's a halt in a situation, when there's a need for stillness, an activation of stillness in order to achieve harmony. But I see here that this harmony that is present, or that, there's a possibility of togetherness, a possibility of making music, our vibrations coming together and creating a sound of beauty. But there's a sensitivity involved. And there's a need to recognize when it's time to stop and take a step back. Does that make sense? Activation. Yeah, there are aspects and energies activated within us that are going to spark or spike up tendencies for volatile situations and emotions to arise. But upon this completion, right? Because here, let's take a look at this. It's stillness, completion, volatility, lake, full moon, volcano. The full moon in Aries happened, last week? A few days ago? And full moons represent completions, culminations, but apparently heightened sensitivity. So again, a balance is required in order to achieve harmony, or to maintain harmony. It's a sensitive or volatile frequency, situation. But I think a deep recognition and stillness is required in order to truly reflect on what's being illuminated in a way that isn't always necessarily seen with the full moon. So the full moon casts a light, but it casts the light sometimes onto like images or configurations that create confusion or chaos or um, illusion, as well as illusory um, images and sensations, right? So the full moon is, is an illumination nonetheless of the hidden and the unseen, but also creates distortions and the like. And so, it seems like this is a situation that requires you to really be meditative in a way that allows you to tune into the finer frequencies and vibrations that will help you navigate, um, tougher, more challenging, sceneries, if you would. Let's pick from the herbology. Oh, I did want to look into, wait, let me see here. Not too much. 86. Okay. The tempo of life these days has sped up considerably, and there seems to be no end to the quickening pace. Immersed as we are in the technological whirlpool, there seems no escape. However, there is no need to be prisoner to the hurry up syndrome, nor is there a need to feel trapped by the awareness of the collective intensities that massive numbers of humans are experiencing these days. No matter if the noise is from your environment or your seemingly non-stop thinking, it is critical for you to seek stillness. Find it in your world, whether it is a special place in your home or a place in nature that is far from human-made noise. Of course, importance is finding it inside yourself, which can be made easier by being in a quiet place in a natural setting. Doing so not only relaxes your mind, but also heightens your awareness and your senses, right? This is becoming further heightened and aware of potential sensitivities and volatilities within the self as well. So self-soothing would be the word for me. Rhodiola, wisdom. So Uranus and Mercury. And there's a unicorn on there. Yeah, that stillness needed to tap into the inner wisdom. Oh, look at the offering. This is a confirmation for me. As I share in spirit through a lot of smoke. And then we have wealth and leadership. These are pretty cool energies. So we have the unicorn, the lion, the peacock. There's a lot of beauty and personal pride. There's a lot of beauty, personal pride. Also, an overflow of love, receptivity, incoming gain, wishes fulfilled. It's like you've been pouring into something that has naturally birthed a wellspring of knowledge and wisdom. And the beauty of this knowledge and wisdom is that it brings gold into your life, a gold frequency into your life, a harmonic frequency into your life that is abundant and that is given freely and onto others through the environment and act of care, of stillness, of paying attention, of tapping in into acknowledging those around you in a way that you may have not felt safe enough to do, in the past. And this is about awakening the spirit in a way that, enacts or beckons feelings of discomfort. But the feelings of discomfort, that in itself catalyzes inner growth. Yeah, I think it's a time of devotion in the sense of recognizing the good and the wealth in your life, and recognizing that life has abundance for you as well as fulfillment. Every time you allow yourself to take back or to take a step back, to fully reflect and to incorporate, download, receive the wisdom, the harmonic tune that is forever flowing, and that it tunes your frequency, environment, location in a way that is ever abundant, flowing, full of love, full of growth, love, stability, acceptance. And that also creates space for growth and change, and just the volatilities of having to come together with other frequencies alike. There's a balance between showmanship and leadership. There's a balance within inclusion, and there's a balance of partaking. I guess it's not always about like diminishing the other in order to feel a sense of completion and fulfillment. Sometimes it's just kind of recognizing that every frequency and tune has a beauty to itself, and that doesn't take away from the harmony and the music. But in that sense, right, the wrong frequency or the wrong tune can totally throw off a musical piece. It can totally throw off the harmony. So it's just like, maybe by itself that frequency sounded beautiful, and maybe that tone was like doing something. But when wet hair for me is so I guess it just depends on what song we're playing here and what instruments are required, and acknowledging that instruments, all have a unique sound. But if they're not being played correctly, or if they're just all clashing, it just sounds like a mess. A mess. A mess. It just sounds like a mess. And we need to cover our ears and like scream or like run for cover, right? Those same instruments can bring melody and flow, So we're reworking and understanding, I think, love on new levels, and we're learning others on new levels, and we're introducing connection on new levels in regards to just how we hold space, how we hold space for ourselves. And the more space that we allow for ourselves, that allows, stillness for the self-soothing and incorporation of everything harmonic around us. The more space and opportunity that we allow and create for others to really just do the same and to coexist within our harmonic frequency, if we can learn how to play a tune. Even if it's like awkward as heck for a minute. And so yeah, I think that's all I got. I mean, I can pull one tarot card. It's just like sometimes things just make sense over time. Harmonic frequencies. Rewriting the script, correcting the symphony, adjusting the symphony. And then we have Six of Wands and the Six of Cups. And to me, this is double six, double Venus, double love, double harmony, togetherness, completion, overcoming, success, accolades, recognition, pride, fulfillment of deep emotional needs, deep emotional connections, childlike requirements. I mean, there's so much beauty here. And again, that balance between volatility and stillness, creating eventual space, greater harmony, and music flow. So yeah, that's what I got. I'll talk to you soon. God bless you. Peace out. Later.